I want to share with you 5 life lessons that I wish I had known sooner. The first life lesson I want to share is that there are a million ways to get rich. So when I was younger, I knew I wanted to be an entrepreneur. I was locked in from an early age. But since I didn't know how to be an entrepreneur, right, I went into my career and I picked a career where I said, what's something I can be good at? I won't hate doing it and I can make a lot of money. So I went into IT and it was popping, it was bubbling time for IT when I went into it. So it was a lot of demand, there was a lot of money and a lot of opportunity. What I came to realize was that I was so focused on becoming an entrepreneur that I wasn't realizing that through my actual 9-to-5, my day job, I was making so much money. If I had just invested that into financial opportunities, financial instruments, the stock market, I could have became a millionaire way before I became a millionaire through my business. And on top of that, I would have had twice the security if I would have had $1 million worth of investments before I even built $1 million worth of net worth investments, opportunity for my business itself. So financially, I would have been in a much better situation, but I was so laser locked in that there was one path. So what I learned is that there are many paths. You just figure out which ones are best for you, which ones are right for you at this time, and then you move forward. The second life lesson I want you to learn from is that you need to protect your relationships. Now, when I say that, you may have to put your relationships in separate buckets. Now, I want to protect the family relationships you have, but you may not be able to expose that family to all the things you're doing on the business side because they may not understand what you're doing on the business side. Then you may want to protect the people that you do business with, and you may want to nurture those relationships to grow them. At the same time, what you have to realize is that everyone that's here now won't be there for every stage and every phase of the journey. There are people that I grew up with that don't understand what I do, that wouldn't understand what I do, that wouldn't understand the moves that I make. So I can associate with them on the level that we engage with, but maybe not on the level that I go through my day-to-day life around the business that I built. There are people that I may have done business with at a certain time that I can no longer do business with anymore. And it could be because of mindset, could be the way they think and their outlook. It could be because of the way they operate and do business now. It could be the way that maybe our life circumstances and our lifestyles, our personal lives just don't match up anymore. But so many things can happen through the time and the line of life that we have to realize we protect the relationships, we nurture them, and then another process that is sometimes letting those relationships go. The next lesson I wish I had known is that the goal is always movement. When we first started the business, I said, hey, my goal is to make 6 figures, $100,000 a year. And guess what? When I got to 6 figures, I said, 100K ain't enough. I need to get to 500. We got to 500. We said we wanted to get to $1 million. Listen, the goal line is always going to be moving around the goals that you set, not just in your personal life, but in your business life as well. What I wish I'd known and what I want you to know is that when you set those goals, make sure when you reach the goal, before you set a new goal, you take a moment to reset. You take a moment to treat yourself, to celebrate, to be thankful, and to reset, rejuvenate, because the next journey is probably gonna be harder than the one you were just on. So make sure you're taking the time and realize that goal's gonna move, but you know what? I need to celebrate the moment that I'm in right now. 4 is that there's no such thing as a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. So many times in life, I thought, man, like I missed that investment and I felt bad and I felt down on myself. What I realized is that investment opportunity I missed, another one would eventually come that was just as good, if not better. I missed a chance to get into real estate. Well, other real estate was available. I missed a chance to launch this business. Well, I can launch another business. I used to think that once in a lifetime opportunities were real things, but they are not. Because opportunities come like a train, all day down the track, every single day. Once you get that part in it, you won't feel so bad about the opportunities that you can't take, and you can focus more on being prepared and ready to receive the next one when it comes. The 5th life lesson I learned that I wish I had known earlier is that you must surround yourself with winners. Too many times I was doing what so many people in our community do, which is trying to figure out every single thing on my own. But when I realized that there are people, and these people may not have the same background I have, they may not have grown up with me, they could be older, they could be younger. Listen, it could be all types of, they don't have to sell what I sell. But what I realized is that when you get other smart people around you, you become smarter. When you get other people that can pour into you more, then that gives you more fire to be able to pour into other people. And that's what it was. I wish I'd learned that sooner. When we got around people, and we got around through conferences, by joining mastermind programs. Now we run the mastermind program, and by the people that join my program, I'm surrounded by even smarter people all the time. But once we got a hold of that, we got around those different people, we got around those different pieces, it allowed us to then, boom, take off and catapult to the next level. So getting around and surrounding yourself with smart people, a lesson I wish I would have learned, and I wish I would have stopped trying to do everything on my own.